Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kim Lesite with another segment of My Mind Monday. And on today's segment of My Mind Monday, what I just want to talk about is, so I'm not too sure if like a lot of people have been familiar with what transpired in the news at Winston Salem University, but I'm gonna give you a little summary about what happened, and then I'm gonna also let you know that this the link to exactly what happened is going to be in my in the description box. So if you look in the description box, you'll see exactly what occurred at Winston-Salem State University. So what I believe was what beginning of this month, a 20-year-old student that goes by the name, and I might be saying this incorrectly, Layla Hamad or something like that, had got into it with a professor. I didn't get to see her name. I did see it before, but she got into it with a professor, and it got so bad that Layla was actually arrested and charged and was charged. And so I just want to talk about that. That's like a little brief summary of like what happened. And like I said, if you look in the description box, it will be there. So like I said, pretty much what happened was Layla, 20-year-old Layla, she got into it with her professor because over a group project that initially the professor didn't like. She said that they said that she turned it in, and that the professor basically said this is not the exact format and not up to the criteria that I wanted to. So Layla was like, okay, I'll do it again. The teacher wouldn't accept the new assignment that she turned in for a group project, and she wouldn't let her redo it at all, and they ended up giving her a 0. Now I know most of y'all like, why is that a big deal? Well, of course, one, it's a group project. And then also, like, you know, as y'all can see, I got much of one university stuff apparel on right now. And the reason why I got it on is because just for verification of everything that I'm talking about. So if y'all don't know, like I said, this happened, I'm pretty sure, either at the end of November or beginning of December. And in college, at the end, that's pretty much that's the end of the semester. And at the end of the semester, you don't take that class over again. That class is over with unless you fail. And that's what any college, you know what I'm saying? That's what any college. And so I just tell y'all, like, from my personal experience, and I'm pretty sure a lot of graduates and people that went to college to tell you this, at the end of the semester, that's the busiest time of the year as far as like major assignments. And I'm talking about papers, group project, like Layla's situation. You know, presentations. There was also a presentation too, and so it's pretty much a real stressful time at the end of the semester. That's what y'all to know. And so I'm pretty sure also that this assignment, this major assignment that Layla had got a 0 on, affected the heck out of her grade, because them things, they actually are, they weigh a lot. Like you could be sitting at like an A and your grade go down to a C, or you could be sitting at like a C and your grade go down to an F real quick if you get a 0 on them assignments. And so I'm just saying all those things just to let y'all just understand. I'm pretty sure Layla was highly upset when her professor wouldn't allow her to basically redo the assignment, or the updated one that she did herself. Like, the professor basically making her take an L on it. And to me, I know I would be irate myself, and I would get into it with my professor. Now, there's some details also about what occurred. So, why Layla and her professor are going back and forth at it. Another professor heard the argument in the classroom transpired, and she called the police, not the professor. We want to make that clear. Another professor called the police, and then the campus police came, and they was like, "Hey, what's going on?" They went outside the classroom just to talk it out, and the professor proceeded to say, "No, take her away. I don't want her back in my classroom." And so argument just continued to transpire, and a second officer came. And then, I think that's when, they said on the report, that's when she was put in handcuffs. Now, that's what I think a lot of us take problem at, is because she was putting handcuffs in charge. And the thing of it is like, I don't know how many people know what it feels like to be in handcuffs, especially for something so minor. But being in handcuffs is not fun. I done been in handcuffs for nothing, for no exact reason, or something so minor. And it's not fun. So I'm pretty sure Layla, the young lady, was traumatized from it. That's traumatizing, being in handcuffs. And it's just a misfortunate situation. And and actually I heard this story through Stephen A. Smith. Like you said, yeah, do she deserve to be kicked out of the classroom? I'm pretty sure, like, causing a distraction. But handcuff, nah. And I just want to say this, like, one thing I noticed, and I noticed about professors, not all of them, because I got a good relationship with most of my professors that I had at Warren University. But some of them have big egos. And a lot of the times, like in this Layla situation, this situation happened at Winston Salem State. Like, sometimes sometimes some professors just can't compromise with people just because their ego's too big. And you can't really get to them, and it's hard to really like talk to them about certain things because they don't understand. And then on top of that, this is a white professor at an HBCU. It's already hard to understand what a black person is going through, lady. That's being straight up real. Like, you can never feel in our shoes. You can never walk in our shoes and understand how it feels. And I'm just saying all those things just to say this. Like, I feel sad for the young lady, man, because getting arrested, and all these thoughts are growing through your head, and one of the officers that had her in handcuffs, actually the officer that put her in handcuffs was white. So you got all these negative events just because how the perception of the cops or police officers are going are negative. And so like I said, I feel for the young lady. I know I got a friend of mine who's a sheriff, or, he works at the DA office. I mean, he works for the penitentiary, and he said maybe something she could have did. Yeah, something maybe she could have did, but at the end of the day, that's her future that was being affected with her taking that 0. You don't know how that affect her grade and stuff and her standards in school. So of course, like, I think in my situation, I would have argued back with it too. Why it caused that much of a scene, I don't know. But yeah, I think I would have did the same thing too. And so I'm just saying all these things just to say, look, even in them situations, y'all, we don't need the cops to come for everything. And if you feel like things out of control, you need to just also address the officers saying, like, is she a threat? She a threat, but she not a threat that's gonna harm anyone, because it was just everybody asking for apologies and stuff back and forth. We don't know FUs or none of that from what I've seen. It's just a misunderstanding. And so I'm just saying all that, like, to say this, like, let's just try to figure out better ways to solve these problems, because sometimes when somebody is coming to you with their problem and you approaching and you coming back with negative energy as well, it's not gonna make for a better way to solve the problem. It's gonna make it worse. So let's just all try to take the time, take a deep breath, and understand what the other person's coming from, because in this situation, nobody really seen the other person's side. They just only seeing one side. And so with that being said, y'all, I hope the best for the young lady that got arrested. I hope they figure this out, because she was charged with, I believe, insubordination or disorderly conduct or something like that. And hopefully them charges get dropped, because a little petty school event, nobody's gonna take that serious as far as like charges wise. And so with that all being said, y'all, this is coming to another segment of My Mondays.